Hey guys, welcome to another news breakdown here on Sotopop. Alright guys, as always, I'm your host, the Frozen Stratos, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Yudo news and some Soto news, but first up, this may be some news that comes a little bittersweet, but we got our very first images of the Kiramager Yudo line. Now, you know, this is kind of soft confirmation that we're not getting much else from Ryusoulger, which is sad because there are still 4 other forms that need to get done. Same with the Lupat line, so there is a precedent set that we don't normally get those last few things, but the thing is, we have some brand new images we want to take a look at. There's some cool new changes to the Yudo line as a whole that we really want to break down with these images. So first up, let's dive into the first one they gave us. Now, these were uncovered not by the, not on the Candy Toy blog, but just the Candy Toy listing site. So we didn't get like a full breakdown. They didn't sort of tell us any of the running changes. This is just going to be based off of what me and other fans have seen from these guys. So first up is the box itself, and we can confirm that yes, this is going to be called Yudo X now instead of just regular Yudo. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. Maybe it's just going to be a higher tier experience, because as you'll see later, there is some added articulation to these. But we get individual breakdowns sort of what's going to be in each box. And first off is Red, and he does not come with the sword gun combo that we saw in that preview image. Even on the box it has it, so it is a bit misleading. Or maybe this picture just isn't indicative of what we're actually going to get. My money is on that he's just going to be just the base level figure. So yeah, this guy looks good. For 2 and 3, we get the rest of the land-based vehicle team. And in yellow, we get to see, hey, there's a brand new waist joint in these figures. So it's really nice to see that Yudo is still improving on the base sculpt. Maybe this is, again, something attached to the X branding of this Yudo line. We're not quite sure. And we get to see the return of the skirt. I really liked the way they did the Yudo skirts in Lupat and Ryusoulger, so I'm glad to see that nothing's really changing here. They didn't have to improve on something that wasn't broken. Next up, we have a look at the Sky Team, blue and pink. The thing I wanted to note here is that we get to see this nice sash on blue, and it's looking like there's going to be a sticker over the sash is going to be painted silver, but with like a black sticker over it to sort of emulate the rest of that look. It's a little hard to tell whether or not the gem is going to be sticker or is going to be painted. Only time will tell, I guess. Next up, and more importantly, some of the biggest changes we have here are in the accessory sets. We have a full set of hands for each of them, so everyone gets their own pair of open hands, and they're ball jointed. So I guess another running change here is that we've got ball jointed wrists. I assume as much for the fists as well, the holy fists as well. So that's neat. Also, a very meager loadout for the weapons included in this. We get 2 of the regular guns, 1 gun that accepts has a port for the sword, and then just the sword. It is a little frustrating that if you do want to emulate the true loadout of these guys, you're probably going to have to buy 3 of these to get enough swords, which, it isn't something I'm too enthused about, especially since Red is going to be taking up basically a majority of these weapons. So yeah, we get this nice action image of him as well as the rest of the team, which again makes me want those weapons a lot more. They look really good on them. But yeah, so these were just about all the images, all the brand new images we got out of that. Something we didn't quite note here, the shoulder pads, they seem to be on a separate hinge, sort of like how Soto does them, but they are on the chest, like the hinges are placed on the chest rather than on the shoulders. So, I don't know, I'm hoping we get a wide range of motion out of those. It doesn't look like, at least in these images, that they are too... the shoulder pads get in the way at all. So yeah, these look great. I'm very much excited for these. These come out in April. It's really weird. The site translates April as May. I checked the entire calendar. Google Translate translates all the dates, all the months to May for some reason. So this comes out in April, and they come out for 450 yen a pop. Not for the whole set. We haven't gotten any sort of like wave layout. No one's seen these yet. Like, or the listing doesn't say quite what the layout's going to be, but I have a feeling it's going to be stacked in Red's direction, and we won't get too many of the accessory sets. So, but I mean, we'll see. Only time will tell. I am excited to see where this line's going to go, and if they actually stick the landing and finish it out this year. Anyway, that's it for these guys. Let's move on to our next story coming out of the 01 Riser blog, or should I say the Geo Watcher blog, because the final figure of AI-05 is Gates Majesty. I know this is really hard for just 01 fans, that really the only figure in AI-05 is going to be... the only 01 figure in 05 is going to be Thouser. Right, that's his name. And fittingly, this is named Soto AI-05 and Soto Geo, not featuring and. It really feels like Soto Geo featuring 01, but, whatever. Yeah, I do apologize. Well, it's not really my fault, but it really sucks for all the people that really just want a 01 experience. I know that's sort of been the talk recently, just because they came, a lot of people came into Soto for the improvements on 01 and just have no connection, no baggage. Like, they don't want any of the baggage from Soto Geo. So I completely understand. But for a fan of Soto like I am, I'm very excited to see it. So let's dive right in to what we're going to be getting in Gates Majesty. So the first image they wanted to show off, or the first sort of things they wanted to show off, are these very intricate ride watches. And now is a lightning round of me trying to guess who these riders are. From left to right, we have Kaiza, we have Knight, G3, Axel, Birth, and Meteor. On the arms, we have Ibuki, Garen, Beast, Baron. Oh, that rhymed. We have on the legs Zeranos, Gatak, Spectre, and... oh, he's one of my favorites. Why am I blanking on him? Maha! Kamen Rider Maha! And yeah, I don't know why they didn't specifically point out the dudes on the chest, so I'm not even gonna try to guess them. I know one of them's Cross and one of them's DN, but I can't tell what the other guy is. This image isn't clear. But even though stickers usually seem like a cop-out for detail, a lot of work still goes into them, and someone individually designed every single one of these. They make sure to let us know that. So please appreciate these with your eyeballs when you get these in hand and are stickering them, because again, a lot of hard work went into these. Next up, we get a breakdown of the paint. So there are actually two tones of gold paint here. They didn't skimp out and just sort of say, oh hey, it looks gold, let's just throw some gold onto it. The deeper, sort of more browner gold, that's going to be highlighted in those rectangles, and then the paler gold, that's going to be highlighted by those white arrows. it is pretty elaborate, this breakdown of color. I appreciate it, and I'm glad they take the time out to sort of champion their own work, because this looks very good. The next thing they wanted to talk about was the cape. So this uses that base sort of archway that came with the wizard figure, because, you know, the chest is a very wizard base. And the cape is made out of PVC this time, so it is a little bit more pliable. And the fact that this is on that arch means you can sort of splay out the cape. It's not going to be anchored by those two pegs. Well, the cape is, but that archway is sort of anchored to just the one peg, so you can make this happen relatively easily, might I add. So this looks fantastic. The next thing they want to talk about, this accessory. I probably should have warned you that there are going to be some slight spoilers in here. My bad. I kind of forgot I put this here. So, much like Geo from last week, he can also summon weapons. Now, this is really the only weapon that's going to be included with this guy, so I'm assuming it's just a matter of tapping the ride watch and, oh hey, a weapon pops out. So he can replicate that here with Knight's spear thing. I don't know the real true name of it, but it's Knight's, so it looks nice. So that's neat. Another thing they said was, hey, if you want to reproduce him using Deneb's weapon, or Zeranos' weapon, you're gonna have to buy the Soto Chronicle set, so there's some nice synergy there. I like that. They did that last week too, with Geo's, I don't know, the Titan form of Kuga, his sword. I don't know if that's the right term, but, you know, I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments down below. So yeah, that's neat. So with all that said, we have the full layout of AI-05, and it is very, very much Geo. This is really just Geo set 12 featuring I guess 01. The thing is here, a lot of people I heard last time were kind of worried that, like, oh hey, there might not be enough bodies for some reason, and here it's twofold. One, this is a complete set. If you buy the complete set, you're probably going to get enough bodies, and two, there isn't anything here that's like unique, that's duplicated that you'd need. Like, you don't need any extras here, so everything you need is going to come in one little box. In terms of box 8 though, it's really looking like a sort of tight packed box, so I wonder if I don't know. I wonder how that's gonna look coming out of there. Anyways, that's it for the news this week. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to hear more from us each week, we've got 2 episodes of the Soda Pop podcast that are hopefully coming out very soon, either the same day as this or the next day. We've also got an unboxing that I recently did of Kamen Rider Berry Gates that went up on this channel. It's a very loud pack. Look at this. Look at Gates. Don't you love that guy? So go ahead, check that out if you want to see what else I got in that box. And yeah, that should be it for today. So guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.